Good morning. We are starting out real cold out there this morning. We've got clear skies and temperatures in the teens. It is 17 degrees in Springfield right now on north and northwest winds at 8 miles per hour. It's 11 at Fort Leonard Wood, 17 in Ava, and 13 in Mountain Grove this morning. Winds aren't terrible. They're about 5 to 10 miles per hour, but with the temperatures that cold, that is enough for wind chills in the single digits. It feels like 2 in Mountain Grove, 7 is your real feel in Springfield, and it feels like 4 up in Rawa. So it's cold out there this morning. Make sure you've got lots of layers, and don't forget those hats, gloves, mittens, and scarves. We'll keep things cold through dismissal. If the kiddos are going to school, only 29 degrees by the end of the day. We do have a chance of some flurries and some light snow out there. We're getting nipped by a system up to the north and east, so areas between Springfield and St. Louis have the best chance of some of that snow. Temperatures stay cold in the teens and 20s there, 29 degrees for that high in Springfield. All snow clears by this evening. We'll have clear skies and temperatures in the teens tonight, and then by tomorrow, lots of sunshine. Temperatures starting to rebound a little bit into the middle and upper 30s, which is still below average for this time of year. For that snow forecast for today, should be pretty light, maybe up to an inch in spots, but for the most part a half an inch or less, stretching from Lake of the Ozarks through Mountain Grove and then down towards West Plains. We'll have sunshine tomorrow with temperatures warmer in the upper 30s. Then an active pattern starts to kick on Wednesday. We start with a mix to rain, and then by Thursday and Friday, that rain will transition to snow as temperatures stay pretty cold. We're looking at highs in the 30s through Friday. Our average for this time of year is about 43 degrees. Lauren?
Today's top story, more churches around the nation and here in the Ozarks are taking armed security training classes, including a small local church in Buffalo. The Grace Community Methodist Church has security officers trained by a company called Peacekeepers Training. They teach 3 stages in their House of Worship security training program. Stage 1 is the introduction of force. 2 is weapon malfunction, use of cover, and shooting at different positions. And stage 3 is discussing how, when, and why, with an emphasis on the why.
We have a saying, you shoot what you know, not what you think. And so we'll have some videos, we'll have a guy pull a wallet out. Sometimes he'll pull a gun out. And so you have to be able to make a decision and make a correct decision quickly with a limited amount of information.
To learn more on how your church can take part in a security training course, go to our website, ozarksfirst.com. Moving on to your education coverage, whether or not new teachers in small districts should get a $7,000 raise is part of a new proposal by the Missouri Department of Education. The News Leader reports the plan that would raise entry teacher pay from $25 grand a year to $32,000 is up for talking about. Bigger districts are already at or above this amount, plus all other teachers would also get a $4,000 raise. But that would be a big increase to the state budget, $4.4 million in total. Some Republicans on Capitol Hill say they aren't ready to commit to that. Governor Mike Parson, for instance, says the solution cannot just be asking the state to write a bigger check. House Speaker Elijah Har, who's from Springfield, says, "I don't know where you find the money to do teacher pay at this point." Some lawmakers point out districts can already pay their teachers more, but that does come at a cost, like bigger classroom sizes. Missouri ranks 40th overall in the nation for average teacher pay. Police and volunteers continue to search for 25-year-old Alex Holden. The Springfield native has been missing since New Year's Eve in Sacramento. This weekend, his family worked hard to search a large area where he was last seen. Unfortunately, no luck once again. Holden is the son of 2 local judges. His mother's husband, Vito Palmetto, posted these photos on Facebook. Crews also searched bike trails and homeless camps. Holden's family is asking for prayers and offering a $10,000 reward to find Alex. The namesake behind one of Springfield's oldest restaurants has passed away. Anton Tony Tasich, the founder and owner of Anton's Coffee Shop on Glenstone, died at the age of 88. Tasich started his food career in Omaha and moved to Springfield in 1966 as the head chef at Hers Department Store. In 1974, Tasich and his wife opened Anton's, and people have been eating in the Cozy Cafe for the last 46 years. It will be a cold morning for the annual MLK Day March in Springfield. That event kicks off at 9 a.m. at Jordan Valley Ice Park. Marchers will finish at the Galois Theater for a program that will celebrate the community through the arts. Cold weather clothing donations will be collected for Springfield Public Schools students. And at noon, the Springfield Multicultural Festival will begin at the Oasis Convention Center. The Red Cross is extending its urgent call for type O blood donors. Due to influenza preventing some from donating and winter weather canceling blood drives, the Red Cross has less than a 3-day supply of type O blood available. You can make an appointment now using the Red Cross Blood Donor app or visiting redcrossblood.org. Around the region, the Kansas City Chiefs, we know, are going to Super Bowl 54 for the first time in 50 years. The Guinness Book of World Records classifies Arrowhead, where the Chiefs defeated the Tennessee Titans yesterday for the AFC Championship, as the loudest sports crowd in the NFL. Color 10's Nigel McDonald brings us the story this morning of someone you may have seen in the front lines working to make it even louder. Nigel.
Well, good morning, Lauren. Arrowhead Stadium has been recorded above 140 decibels, which is about the sound of a jet engine. And the self-proclaimed Weird Wolf pushes fans to decibel up. Now, you can usually find him in the first couple of rows of Arrowhead or preparing for the next big game in his wolf den, which is only fitting for the man who describes himself as the keeper of the Kansas City Chiefs wolf pack. His job includes keeping the crowd at Arrowhead loud and rowdy, and he's no stranger to the stadium big screens. In 2013, while in full face and clothing, making his first decibel up debut on his famous banner. He says in no time the term took off.
That's my claim to fame with the Kansas City Chiefs, is I was the one that came up with the term decibel up. I coined the phrase.
And they did it exactly the way my decibel up sign looked too. They didn't make any changes. So they kept the same font and the same arrow and the whole bit and did that thing. And that was a really exciting moment.
Well, you can watch the Chiefs play the San Francisco 49ers at Super Bowl 54 in Miami on February 2nd. Now, you can also watch Daybreak that morning starting at 6 a.m. on Ozarks Fox, and then the game that night at 5:30.
2-week countdown is on. Thank you, Nija. We also want to take a look at what's coming up this morning after Daybreak.
I'm Tony DeCopel. Coming up on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, his children and grandchild read portions of one of his most notable speeches. That's coming up on CBS this morning.
Our top Google trend today is all football. We have our Super Bowl matchup that we've been waiting for here in the postseason. The Chiefs will take on the San Francisco 49ers. Both of those games decided last night. And I have my little balloon Mahomes here. A lot of people saying that his rushing touchdown for 27 yards could be a game changer as they take on the 49ers, because we all know that he has this great arm right here.
Yeah.
But seeing that he can run the ball will be really special and beneficial. So I've been trying to look up to see what the predictions are, who's favored to win this game. And I've read both ways. I did see a few things that said the Chiefs are the new favorite. I also saw a prediction from Bleacher Report that the 49ers are favored 31-27. So we'll have to see in the coming weeks who people really think is the favorite.
Vegas knows those odds, and Joe will when he comes back. I'm sure he'll have a good answer.
Yeah, I guess we got to wait for those bets to come in. We know for sure, though, that J-Lo and Shakira will be dominating halftime.
Yes, I'm excited for that. And I have some predictions about that, too. Jen and I will be covering that in the Super Bowl Daybreak that we're going to do on that Sunday morning.
So get ready for that. Make sure your TV already is set to Ozarks Fox. 6 a.m. is when we kick off Super Daybreak. So we will be getting that show prepared for you here in the next few weeks. But today, as you wake up, oh, burr.
Cold, yeah. Bundle up. Feels like the single digits this morning, 12 to start. A couple of flurries by dismissal, 29 degrees with some light snow possibly accumulating. Warmer tomorrow, and then a series of disturbances brings us some rain and snow chances through Friday.
Here's a live look outside. Thanks for joining us on this MLK Day. Hope you all have a fantastic week ahead.